Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, and we're going to continue our journey down the dark side of social media and all these posts and things that we see. I remember back when Facebook first started, and it was getting on Facebook was sort of like taking a walk in the park. You could see where somebody's child scored a goal, where they got good grades in school, where someone bought a new house, where someone got a new truck, they got a promotion, they got a new job, whatever. It was typically about pleasant things, positive things that happen in people's lives. And then it kind of migrated a little bit towards, hey, look at my life and how wonderful it is. My life's perfect and probably yours is not. And now it's gotten to the point where it's mostly posting, or not mostly, I shouldn't say that, but it's a lot of it's posting about, here's my opinion, take it or leave it, I'm right and you're wrong. And it's kind of become, for lack of a better term, a cesspool, where people are just posting things and trying to force their opinion upon you. So I actually did a quick little look at the people on my friends list, not the people who follow Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, but friends who I would like to think are all reasonable people. And I went through about a 5-hour period of time of postings, and 64% of them, or almost 2/3, were posts about someone's opinion and how they think that you should agree with them. So then I looked at their sources of information. And I'm not an expert on this, I'm trying to get better, but I've talked to a lot of people that know, so I tried to look at their source of information by which they were reinforcing their opinion to see if it had any credibility. And in 75% of the cases, I could not confirm that their source had any credibility whatsoever. So this is what we've talked about, confirmation bias, seeking that sort of information that really helps you. So let me just ask you this. This take a hypothetical situation. You post something on Facebook, and it's you really pushing or promoting a certain viewpoint, perspective, basically, you know, what you agree with, your opinion. And I look at it and I say, you know, that just isn't right. That information they're using is not accurate, it's false, it's fake news, it's whatever, it's made up. And so I respond back to you privately, not in a public setting, and I say, hey, look, you know, that information that you're promoting and using to confirm your own biases, I might say it more diplomatically than that, it's not true. So what would be your response to that? There's probably 3 potential responses. One is you would just ignore what I said and said it's coming from Rick Brandenburg. You know, who's he to talk? Number 2, you could unfriend me because you're just tired of dealing with me, and that's probably something that's been done in the past as well. Or number 3, you could say, you know, Rick may have a point there. Perhaps I should investigate and see if this information that I'm using actually has some credibility to it. Now, of those 3, which do you think is the most likely to happen? Well, I think the one least likely to happen is number 3, that you would go back and investigate whether or not it was true. And we're all guilty of this sort of thing. And it's something that I think, as we go through these videos over the next few weeks, I'm going to try to show posting false information has negative consequences for our industry. And I'm going to try to show that. So knowing the source. And information comes from a lot of different places. We're going to talk about Russian bots and all these sorts of things soon, and you can take it or leave the information. But take the recent fires in Australia as one example, and then we'll end this. When it first happened, everybody was really sympathetic. Everybody wanted to know how they could help, where they could make donations to help the people, to help the animals, all that sort of thing. A rather strong outreach to help the people on the continent of Australia. And then suddenly it became, all these fires were caused by climate change. And on the other side, all these fires were caused by arsonists. And these sources of information just came out of everywhere. And everybody latched onto them depending upon their perspective, that it's caused by climate change or it's not caused by climate change, and they just posted this stuff relentlessly. And I'm not even in this video going to tell you what percentage of that information came from less than accurate sources. But it's a common thing we all do, and I think we just need to make an effort to get over it. All right, hope that helps. Look forward to talking with you again soon.